Hit the record. All right, here we go. So welcome to this Beachbody coaching webinar. Just to give you a little, I'm going to talk about team a lot. We are a team. When you join Beachbody, you join a team of people. However, you are your own business owner. So although we all help each other and support each other and work as a community, we all own our own business, which is pretty cool. So this is some of our team members. As you can see, this was our last Super Saturday, which we have quarterly. Actually, our next one is Super Friday. It's tomorrow night, our quarterly kind of convention. We have a lot of fun. We work out. We have some inspirational stuff going on. And then this is a fit club we had. And as you can see, we have husbands, wives, guys, moms, you know, babies in the crowd. So we're a family. We're a community. And that's part of what I really hope that I am able to make you aware of tonight and have you feel that as well. So I just want to start out with my story of, you know, who I was before Beachbody and who I am today. So going back to when I found out that I was going to be a mom for the first time in 2005, I was starting my third year of teaching. It was the fall of my third year of teaching. And I found out I was pregnant, and my husband and I were, you know, really excited. And I was pregnant with this beautiful girl right here. Her name's Sophia. She's now 10 and a half. And, you know, my husband and I right away had a conversation that we had had in the past, but now it was real, that I really wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. My mom was a stay-at-home mom until we all went to school, and it was just what I had always envisioned for myself as far as motherhood went. And Matt was, you know, behind it because his mom was a stay-at-home mom too, and so, you know, it was like, okay, if that's what you want to do, we'll make it work. So I stayed home with Sophia. I took a leave from my job for 2 years. And after the second year, we were looking to buy a home. And I had just resigned my position, and I got a call from the administrator at the school. And she said, hey, you know, we have a part-time teaching position opening up because the class is kind of big. I don't know if you'd be interested. So I was like, all right, you know, we're trying to buy a home, so that might be a good thing. So I went back to teaching part-time for 1 year, and I found out at the beginning of that year that I was pregnant with this cutie pie named Noah. So I taught that year part-time. It was a really good balance because when you teach part-time, at least the school I was in, you only go in for your classes and they schedule them together. So I taught like 1 to 3 hours a day and still had a lot of time with Sophia. And she was a little older. She was 2. So it was kind of like the best of both worlds. And the year wrapped up in June, and the job was only 1 year, so I didn't really have a decision to make. And I had Noah in September, and I was home with him. So I had Noah September of 2008. And my husband owns his own heating and air conditioning business with his dad. And so, you know, they rely heavily on the housing market. And as you know, in 07, 08, that all pretty much tanked. So it was a hard time for us financially. You know, I had a little bit of savings from the year like that I had taught with part-time, but it was tough. And when like the business my husband's in, you know, sometimes people aren't paying him. And so sometimes you get a big check, sometimes you don't get a check, and it was tough. So at the end of that year, Noah was like 10 months old. I went to the Y because I've always relied on my fitness for my outlet. So I have always worked out. So I was at the Y, and a woman there encouraged me to apply for a teaching job at Barrington High School where she taught. And I was like, I didn't want to. And when I told Matt about it, he didn't say apply for it, but he didn't say don't. And that kind of scared me because in the past, he usually would just be like, no, you want to be a stay-at-home mom. Like, he would talk me out of any ideas like that, and he didn't. So I applied for the job, still not thinking I'd even get hired, never mind take it. Went to the interview, and I got the job. And when I came home and told, when I was telling Matt I got the job, again, it was kind of the same thing. He was pretty quiet. And I knew what that meant. I knew that basically financially, it really wasn't even a choice. So, I dealt with it like I deal with anything. I was grateful. I mean, there's people in the world that are, don't have jobs or can't work or all kinds of situations. And I was grateful to have a job in a time that we needed it. But I think from being home with Sophia for those first 2 years, I knew what I was going to be missing, leaving, going back to work when Noah was 11 months old. And I was right. So, teaching, if you're a teacher or you're close with one, and any job, that's out there. But, for me, I love teaching, but the stress killed me. It ate me alive. I lived and breathed that job, and I took it home, and I worried about my students, and you know how it is. If you're a working mom, you know how it is. You get your kids at the time of day that they are absolutely the crankiest. You're tired, they're tired, you're cranky, they're cranky. And so that's how it went, get them home, and that rush of like dinner and laundry and dishes and pack it for, unpack the lunches, repack. You guys get the picture. So the only time I really got one-on-one with Noah was at night when he'd go to bed. And also he would wake up in the middle of the night, which was lovely. But so I would sit with him and I'd rock him, and I would feel so sad. I mean, I would hold him, and I'd talk to him and just be like, telling him that I was sorry that I couldn't be there all day like I was with Sophia. And, and this isn't for everybody. I mean, some people, like working mom, or this is just what was in my heart. This was what was on my heart and what my vision was of motherhood, from before I even had kids. And no matter what you're doing, if you're not following your gut, if you're not following, your natural wants in life, or, it's hard. You're basically getting eaten alive all day because you're constantly going against your own grain. And that's how I felt. So I would hold him and I'd cry, and it was a really hard time for me. So we got through that year, and, I'm a teacher, so we had the summer off, and I got some of that time back. And at the beginning of the next year, I found out that I was pregnant with this cutie pie, Sam. And the only thing that I could think when I found out I was pregnant was how I was going to get some time back with Noah. So I really wasn't thinking about the baby or, having 3 kids or anything. I just was thinking, oh, this is going to be really great. I'm due in May. And that year Sophia was in school. So I was like, I'm going to get May and June. I'm going to be home with a newborn that's sleeping a lot, and I'm going to get some time back with Noah. So, it's still something I struggle with. I still, Noah makes out because, sometimes I still feel like bad about it. And I don't know, he gets away with a lot more than anybody else. But, so, it's just that thing of going against, your grain. So when Sam was born, he had a mild birth defect. He was born and his hands were like this. So his middle and ring fingers were fused together. And I actually am the person who discovered it. They took him, they checked him out, they gave him to me. And I love the baby's hands. So you know how they curl them up, and I got my hand in there. And I was like, oh, geez. So at first we didn't know, like, it can be connected to a lot of other complicated issues. We were blessed that it was not. It was just that. But we didn't know at the time what the future held. So it was May. I'm a teacher, and I had to make a quick decision about going back to work in September. And so I called and I took a leave. And a lot of my time that first year of Sam's life was spent taking him to Boston and, then juggling 2 other kids. So at that point I had 3 kids under the age of 5. I don't remember a lot of it. But, he was best case scenario. He had a surgery. The hardest part was actually the recovery. He had like 9 months after of, being wrapped up and that kind of stuff. But we made it through. So by the time I had to decide if I was going back to my teaching job, things had kind of just finally calmed down for the first time in years. And I looked at Matt, and, he looked at me, and I really debated it because I loved, I was in a great school system. And again, people will look at me and say, oh, you're lucky you get to stay home with your kids. It's never been like that for us. We have struggled financially since day one. We have made sacrifice after sacrifice to be able to live on one income. We live in a very small house. We bought, actually, it's a multifamily. We rent out our first floor. We live on the second and third. We bought a fixer-upper, and we spent an entire year of Matt fixing the house. So he works a laborious job too. So working all day, coming here all night, took a whole year. We moved in, didn't have a kitchen. We drove the same beater car for 12 years. We still haven't taken our kids to Disney World. Lots of things that we've, chose this over that. And whatever you choose is fine. That's what's in your own heart. But sometimes that aggravates me when someone's like, you're lucky you get this. I'm like, we're all lucky, right? We're all blessed in some way. So, so I decided, we decided that the financial burden of me continuing to stay home till Sam went to kindergarten was better than the mental burden that teaching with young children put on me. So, so the plan was I'd go back to teaching when Sam went to kindergarten. So that was February of 2013. And so it was okay. It was good. I was home with the kids, but slowly I got into this, I call it the hamster wheel. So of a stay-at-home mom. So, every day is the same. It's not glamorous. And it's a lot of dishes and laundry and dirty work. And at the end of the day, you're exhausted and you've done nothing productive. You can't look and say wow, I achieved that today. And it started to wear on me. I started to really feel like, who am I and what's my purpose? And, am I really just here to take care of everybody else? And I'd always been a gym person. And I couldn't get to the gym anymore. So Matt had P90X. He had bought it years ago, started it and stopped after 2 weeks. And I didn't even know what it was. I just popped in a video. And the first workout I did is called plyometrics. If you've ever done it, it's definitely not the first Beachbody workout you want to do. But it was awesome. It was so hard that it was, lit me on fire. And I was dabbling in it. And then finally, after a few weeks, I committed and I did the program. And it literally gave me so much mental strength. It showed me what I was made of. I could do pull-ups and I could do push-ups. And so that was like the one good thing going on in my life from February of 2013 through, almost a year. It was almost a year. Around August, when I was supposed to be going back to the job that I had left, I really got to a low point. And I really felt like, there was nothing for me. Matt and I were arguing a lot. I felt like, I had given up a lot. And I didn't, I have to say, like, doing the workouts definitely kept me hopeful. So I didn't fall into like a total depression because I had like a hope with those workouts. I would get that stress out and feel that mental strength each day. And, so I talked about it and I talked about it and I talked about it, how I was feeling. And by November, my best friend asked me to do T25 with her. I was like, all right, T25, let's do it. I didn't even know it was Beachbody. I didn't know it was connected to P90X, same company. I had no clue. So we're doing T25 and I'm complaining to my best friend. She's like, I'm like, I need something for me. I need something for me. And she said, you know what? There's this girl on Facebook. She is like doing T25 and somehow she's doing it as a business. And I don't know what she's doing, but you need to do what she's doing. That was November. She bothered me for 2 months. My best friend bothered me. And finally, the beginning of January, it was like the first or second day of January, I reached out to this girl. And the day I reached out to her, I knew I was going to do it, but it took me the entire month to finally do it. And I'm glad I did. So, fast forward through these 2 years, and I've achieved a lot. And I think the biggest thing, more than financial or anything like that, is what I achieved on the inside. So, as soon as I came into Join, I was put into the team. And right away, the biggest thing that happened was I was empowered to be me, to just be me for the first time in my life. So, what this thing is about is, for the first time, no one was telling me, this isn't good enough, that isn't good enough, change this, change that. It was like, wow, you're great just the way you are. Share that. Share that with other people. Share it with as many people as you can and just keep going. And the community of it, the support, that really is the biggest thing that I've gotten out of this. The confidence, like me talking right now to you guys on this camera is part of that. Like if you think about, if you told me 2 years ago when I was in a place of feeling, worthless. No, I didn't feel worthless, but I did feel like, who's going to listen to me? Who cares what I have to say? I'm so boring. All I do is dishes and laundry and, like, what do I have to offer? And whether you're a stay-at-home mom or, I don't know, chief of police or whatever you are, we all struggle with that, right? Like, who's going to follow me as their leader? And that was what I really struggled with. And right away, I came in and realized, like, all of these people support me. All of the community itself is what has led to my inner transformation. So at this point, I'm a 2-star diamond coach. I'm a full-time stay-at-home mom, contributing very well financially to my family, setting my own work hours, all from my own home, my laptop and my phone. I'm in the best shape and health of my life. So is my husband. My husband was overweight his entire adult life. And this is the first time he's ever been in shape and stayed in shape. I flew on an airplane, which I had like a literal, like I literally proclaimed that I would never fly after my honeymoon. So that's really a huge step for me. And I flew twice in 1 year. I've replaced my teacher's income. I hit a full-time income around 1.5 years and started replacing my teacher's income around 20, 21 months. And again, what I was talking about, I found the confidence, fulfillment, support, health, and happiness that I was searching for. All right. So here's a little bit. This is me and Matt on our plane. This is our kids this summer. You know, we've just been able to do some cool stuff with our kids, take them on. We did New Hampshire, but, you know, we stayed in a really nice place. We went to Storyland a few days. We ate out. You know, we bought them that souvenir, all that kind of stuff that we never were able to do scraping by paycheck to paycheck. This is my huge before and after. This is from pregnancy. I gained a lot of weight with pregnancy. Why not, right? And this is our team. So these are some transformations. This is my husband right here. And I'm trying to see if you guys can see under that, but, and I got to meet P90X, man, right there, Tony Horton and Autumn Calabrese. The company's just great about recognition and just making you feel appreciated for your hard work. So when I hit 2-Star Diamond, I got to go to this special leadership conference in January in LA, and they threw a really awesome party. And I got to meet them. So that was really fun. So why Beachbody? Why pick this company for your opportunity? First of all, everybody knows Beachbody. They might say, what? When you say Beachbody, but if you start saying P90X, Insanity, 21 Day Fix, it's like, bam, oh yeah, Beachbody. And that's because they spend a lot of time working on their infomercials, and they spend a lot of money advertising. So they spend $240 million a year in advertising and have over 10 top-ranked infomercials. And we're now $1 billion company. And here's some of our programs. So P90X, 21 Day Fix, Insanity, Size, Body Beast, Brazil Butt Lift. We have new ones out, 22-minute hardcore, which I'm doing right now. It's totally awesome. Beachbody is really loves the vets and to, you know, recognize the vets, and that program has all vets in it, which is really cool. So we have a program basically for everybody. We have cleanses, we have skincare, we have equipment, you name it, we have it. And we also have this cool feature called Beachbody On Demand. So now, you know, some people are like, they just really like the gym, and I get it. I miss the gym in some ways. I definitely do, like, but you know, this works for me because I can't get to the gym. So in 30 minutes or less a day, I can be in the same shape that I was in going to the gym, you know, being at the gym 90 minutes a day or 2 hours a day and 3 hours when you add up the travel time. So it works for me right now, but you can take it to the gym. You know, it can play right on your phone, plug it into your earphones, and you're good to go. So this is a really awesome feature. And my favorite product of all is Shakeology, which is funny to say because I actually didn't even want to try it. I came in, I knew nothing about coaching. I didn't know what network marketing was. I didn't even know that Beachbody was like had owned Insanity. I didn't even know what Shakeology was. I knew nothing. I just knew I needed something for me. Any money I made was going to be more than I was making right then, which was zero. And that was it. And I liked, you know, I already liked P90X and T25, so why not? Why not share it with other people, motivate myself, motivate them, make a little cash? That's how I saw it. And my coach was like, well, you get these little challenge packs, get the Shakeology, try it. And I was like, all right. So I tried it. And it was yummy, whatever, no big deal. And after like 3 days, I was like, oh, I feel like I have more energy. Like, I'm not trying to grab caffeine at 3 p.m. I'm not sitting in my closet eating chocolate at night. That's why you gotta eat chocolate if you have 3 kids. They find you and try to eat it. You know, I'm not laying down in the afternoon you know, putting a video on for the kids and laying down because I'm so tired. And then like, so I drank it for a few days and then the weekend hit and I didn't drink it. And on Monday morning, I was like, I feel weird. Am I getting sick? I feel sluggish. And I was like, is it because I didn't drink that shake? I was like, nah. So I did an experiment. I drank the shake for a few days. I would feel good. Then I wouldn't. I'd go back to my old ways. So that's my own testimony. That is not scientifically studied, but that is my own testimony. And it's what most people find as well. That, you know, the super food, dense nutrition in the shake, over time, all that nutrition just makes you feel good. You got good energy. Your digestive system starts to flow. Do you get protein? Yes. But to say, oh, I have a protein shake, well, it doesn't really mean much. You don't have Shakeology. Shakeology is not a protein shake. Does it replace a meal? Yes, but it's more than just your average meal replacement. Does it have antioxidants? Yes, but it's more than an antioxidant drink because we start combining all of these. And excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm getting over the flu, so sorry about that. So it has pre and probiotics, digestive enzymes, great source of protein, 23 vitamins and minerals, antioxidants, phytonutrients, 70 plus superfoods, guys. So some people will be like, oh, I put kale in my shake. I'm like, okay. Do you put 70 fruits and vegetables in your shake? No, right? So this is all in one. And if you start to add up all the stuff that's in there, because a lot of people it's the cost for them. We're talking like $4 a shake. So it's a lot when you look at it as the whole thing because you buy it all together. But if you go to Starbucks, if you go to Dunkin', if you grab a water when you're out, all of these things that you're spending $2, $3, $4 on daily really start to add up. And that's what happened in our family. When Matt wanted to start Shakeology, I was like, you can't drink Shakeology. We cannot afford it. I can barely afford it myself. We were living on one income. We had no wiggle room, none, zero. And, he was like drinking mine and yada, yada. So finally I was like, all right, well, he wanted to do the 21-day fix. So I was like, all right, well, if we're both going to drink Shakeology, we're going to make a pact. And we're not going to be going through Dunkin' and yada, yada. We saved money. Matt was eating on the road at least twice a day, his breakfast and lunch, sometimes a snack at, Cumbies or whatever. And so we make our own food. We bring our own food. We drink our shake and we have saved money. So it improves digestion, curbs cravings, regulates your mood. That's a big one for me. I'm not like, don't get me wrong, I get moody, but it's definitely overall helps with my mood, aids in weight loss and maintenance, boosts energy, and has reports of regulating blood sugar. I have people that have had type 2 diabetes or gestational, and the Shakeology helps to keep their blood sugar stable. Lowers cholesterol or blood pressure. So I'm sure you're wondering, what is coaching? Can I, meaning you, actually be a coach? How do you earn money? What does she do all day? Like, okay, she coaches. What does that mean? What does she do? What does it cost? And how would you get started should you decide to go for it? So what is a coach? We're basically cheerleaders. And if you're a guy, you're a back patter, you're a high fiver. We are a support system. We're a friend. That's how I see myself. Everyone that I coach, everyone on my team, every one of my challengers, I am a friend to them first. And I'm there for them in any way any way that they'll allow me to be. So we encourage and support one another. We love helping others. We need accountability too. So you better bet that when I'm telling my challengers, stick to your eating today and get that workout in, I'm going to feel really guilty if I don't work out. You know, part of my job is to show them that I'm doing that. So it keeps me accountable too. It keeps us accountable. We commit to our health, and we're committed to our health and fitness journey, and we own our own business. What we are not personal trainers. Some people are personal trainers and Beachbody coaches. That's great, but we are not, it is not a requirement. You do not have to be a personal trainer or a nutritionist or a fitness expert. We are not in perfect shape. Are some Beachbody coaches in perfect shape? Yup. Most are not. Most are not. And to tell you the truth, if you're thinking about it and you're like, well, you know what? When I hit my goal, I'll do it. I'm going to give you a little business advice. You actually help more people on your journey. People will come to you while you're on your journey, because I always make this comparison. If someone came to you and said, you know, tomorrow, hey, I made $1 million. I'm going to show you how. It's like, yeah, all right, awesome. And then it's like, whoa, that sounds like a lot. Like, can we start at 10 grand, you know? Unless you're in a really good financial situation, maybe $1 million is more attainable to you. But, you know, to me, it's like $1 million is like, whoa, that's a big goal. So same thing with us. Like, if you're in perfect shape and somebody has 50 pounds to lose, it's going to be really hard for them to relate to you where you're at. Versus if you got 30 pounds to lose and they got 50 and you're like, come on, do it with me. You know, I'm 2 months in, come take this journey with me. It's very powerful, and it's what people need. We are not pushy salespeople. We are share people. So we just share what we're doing. It's like when you say, hey, go to this restaurant, you know, check out that movie. Same thing here. We share what we're doing. We share what we have found that works with others. And that's it. We share our journey, our products, and our own story. And, oh, we're not drill sergeants. I mean, if you want to be a drill sergeant, you can be, but we're not. So when somebody's like, I fell off the wagon, and we're not like, what? You're out of the group. You know, we are, again, encouragers, supporters. So we get them back on that horse. We get them back on track. And we're not scammers. We're not we don't get anybody's money. We don't take anybody's money. And you're going to see that when we get into actually how the business works. So let's look at some awesome success stories. This is Joe. He's on our team. Joe has 4 kids and has battled his weight his entire adult life. He lost 75 pounds in about 6 months doing the 21-day fix with Shakeology. And once he got through that, he started adding in other Beachbody workouts while sticking to the 21-day fix, eating with Shakeology. The most important thing here, I mean, look at that. It's like, wow, right? The most important thing here is not the weight loss, as far as I see. It's the maintenance. So it's the lifestyle change. And that's what we provide for people. You know, our products have the fitness, the nutrition, and the support. You know, so we have the program. It's like they have a personal trainer. It's what workout to do, what day, all tailored for you to get the most out of your 30 minutes of work. And then there's an eating plan with Shakeology to support your nutrition. And then you have a coach. Even if you sign up as a coach, everybody has that support. Everybody has a coach. Actually, if you sign up as a coach, you got more support. You have a whole team, which is really cool. So Joe, you know, what I love about all of these transformations is not just the loss, but the maintenance. Do we gain back 10 or 20 pounds? Sure. But you know what? We know exactly what to do to get back on track. And we have the support. We have people saying, hey, where are you? Where have you been? You know, why aren't you in the group anymore? So you're going to see that with everyone. It's not just the loss, it's the maintenance. Here's Alicia. Alicia, this is 42 days, 2 rounds of the 21-day fix. Working mom, 2 boys, 30-minute workouts, easy portion, simple portion control. And again, Alicia is another example. She has maintained this for over a year. I think it might even be 18 months. So here's some other people on our team. Angie is a little rock star. This is 6 pounds, guys. So that's what muscle can do, huh? Pretty awesome. And Angie won the Beachbody Challenge. So she's a $500 winner. Here's Rob. He's on the call tonight. Rob lost 22 pounds. Phenomenal. There's his wife, Michelle. She might be here. I'm not sure. I don't know everybody that's on the call. So if you're on the call and I didn't say it, I'm sorry. I can just see Rob right now. So there's Michelle, 18 pounds. Connie, phenomenal results. This is Matt. So Matt lost, that's my husband. Matt's highest weight was like 270. When he started the 21-day fix, I believe he was around 250. He lost 55 to 60 pounds with the 21-day fix. He's put back on 5 to 10 pounds of muscle. So he's really into Body Beast, so he's bulking up with muscle. So, and I love this picture because that's him doing a handstand. Matt was a couch potato. Matt came home from work, sat in, I shouldn't say the couch, it was a chair, and played video games. Besides, like, once we had kids, he would be present with the kids, but once the kids were in bed, Matt was on the couch. I'd be running to the gym and then even doing P90X, working out around him, and he was like, can you just move so I can see my video game? You know? So for Matt to be doing a handstand on vacation, and I mean, now he keeps me accountable. We are workout buddies. We don't get to work out together each day, maybe 2 or 3 days a week, but we do the program together, and he keeps me accountable. He's the one saying, hey, did you work out yet today? Hey, what time you're working out today? You know, you sticking to your eating. I mean, we hold each other accountable equally, which has been really good for our relationship. It's rekindled a friendship in us, you know. And here's my Body Beast results. I got to do Body Beast again. Whoa, muscles. I got some muscles there. So that was like a little weight gain for me. But as you can see, all of our transformations, I mean, look at the faces. The faces tell it all, you know? Like Michelle before was like, all right, just take the picture. And here she is, she's like, yeah, rocking it, you know? And that's where you see it too. Same here, and she's like, all right, bam. And that's where you see that inner thing that I was talking about, where you come into the community, you lock in, you do a program, you have the support, and now you're helping others, and it's just like this fire is just lit inside of you. So here's some testimonials. I'm just going to read like one from each page, but these are just testimonials from coaches. So, you know, coaches have different things in mind. You can go very small, you can go very big. You can go as small as, I don't even care if I make anything, I just want the discount on my Shakeology and the accountability. Or you can take that all the way to, I want the financial freedom that this business offers. Because it does. There's no cap on how much you can make. You can make more than the person who signed you up. You can make more than the person who signed the person who signed the person who signed the person who signed you up. There is no cap on the financial opportunity. So you can set your goals however you want. Some people come in big. Some people are more like me. I set, you know, I have a big goal, but then I have all little ones along the way. So here's one. Both last week's and this week's commission almost matches my day job paycheck. Quitting, oh, I'm sorry guys, I can't read that one because the screen, oh yes I can, okay, sorry. Quitting by September when my son begins kindergarten is in sight. I was just telling my friend last night how much it has changed my life. As a single mama doing it all on my own with my little guy, I had to check my bank account balance for everything. Now I know money is in there. I know now I have a little savings and can give my son everything he needs and even something he just wants. Blessings beyond my wildest dreams. That kind of speaks to me. You know, she's a single mom, and wow, even more stress, but you know, a single income, and we were always like, Matt would call me and like, can I buy this? I mean, and I'm not talking, I'm not talking big purchases, you know, I'm talking little things, something that's 40 or 50 bucks. Can I buy this? You know, and I'm checking a bank account. And so that really speaks to me of, it's almost bad now. Like I don't have to check it. Like, you know, like you got to go back to checking it, even though you don't have to, because that can be dangerous. But yeah, so just that freedom that she has. And okay, I'm going to read Laura's. It's been a year with Beachbody, and oh boy, I became a coach because I wanted to get in shape and help others do the same, mostly by sharing my personal experiences with my journey and helping others start theirs. Only taking about 5 to 7 hours each week, I have earned over $10,000. I'm blown away since those few hours a week that I worked really didn't feel like work. It was fun as I continued to help others. Coaching has been a blast, and I can only imagine what the future will bring for not just me, but for so many that I share this wonderful opportunity with. I can't wait to help more people get healthier and active. And that one really speaks to me too, because this isn't work. I mean, I work hard, you know, what I do. Like this was work, putting together a webinar, don't get me wrong, but what we do day to day, helping other people, it's not work. It's people thank me, and I'm like, you help me so much more than I help you. It's so rewarding. And, you know, when people ask me how much I work, sometimes I'm like, you know, well, I don't count that as work, and I don't count that as work. I guess I don't even work. But I'll get into more of that in a minute. But 5 to 7 hours a week for a year, she earned 10 grand. Pretty sweet. So our compensation plan, we make 25% on anything that we sell. So once you're a coach, the minute you're a coach, somebody can order through you, and you will make 25% commission. We also get that 25% discount on anything we buy, which is really good. And then we make bonuses. So Team Cycle bonus is based on your entire team's weekly sales. So not just people you sign up, but people they sign up, and people they sign up, and people they sign up. And the beauty of it is none of that is lost in the chain. So, you know, you don't lose for being signed by somebody. You have the same opportunity for the Team Cycle bonus as, in other words, me making my Team Cycle bonus doesn't take away from a Coach I Sign's Team Cycle bonus. Okay, so my pay never comes out of someone else's pay. I think that's important to understand. And then once you're at a certain point, once your team is a certain size, you make a matching bonus each week off of your personally sponsored coaches' weekly sales. Again, none of that is taken from your coaches, okay? It's just additional money from the purchase given to you by the company. So your coaches still make their 25%, and then you make a matching bonus from their sales. And then once you're 2-star diamond or above, you qualify for the quarterly bonus. And this is taken from the total sales of the company each quarter. So everything that Team Beachbody, you know, their gross, a certain percentage of that is paid out to 2-star diamonds and above, which is really cool. The company is big on rewards and prizes and recognition. We have a goal each month, and if you hit the goal, you get a prize, which is really cool. So sometimes the prize is ridiculous. I got, in 1 month, I hit both goals. There's 2 goals each month. And 1 month I hit both goals. I got the full P90X and the full P90X2 workout program. So they're both like $120 value. That was my prize. just for doing my job, hitting my goal and making money. That was it. And helping people, right? Helping people along the way. And all of the training that, you know, there's so much training provided. Your sponsor, whoever sponsors you, will train you. And it's all free. So you don't have to, like, you don't come in and then if you want to be trained by this. Do some coaches offer paid training? I'm sure they do. I'm 2 years in and I still have not even scraped the surface of the training that is available to me, and I haven't paid a dime for it. So what does a coach do all day? We have something called our 3 vital behaviors. Our first job is to be proof that the products work. So we use the products. We get healthy for a living. I mean, how cool is that? You know, we drink Shakeology, we work out, we invite. So we just tell other people what we're doing and invite them to do it too. And then we work on ourselves, personal development. So we are always working on bettering ourselves and bettering our own ability, you know, to use our own gifts to help others. So this is kind of a little checklist of the basics. And okay, I'm sorry. So this is just the very, you know, the basics of what we do. And especially when you first come in, what we have you do. We drink our shake, we work out, we share our journey with others, we invite people to join us in the journey, we support any current challengers, we run groups on Facebook, and now the company has an app that you can actually run it through. So if you're not a Facebook person, you can run it through this app that everyone gets on their phone and checks into the group. But we do that to support our challengers. We connect and reconnect with new people, and we spend 10 to 30 minutes a day working on ourselves, so our personal development. Going back here for 1 sec. So if you're thinking, okay, well, like, I don't know anybody. I don't, where would I find people? Like, I got to find people to invite and all of that. I just want to let you guys know, when I started this, I was a stay-at-home mom. I was in my house all the time. I'm still pretty much in my house like all the time. I'm a homebody. But I was in my house all the time. My kids were really young, and, you know, there were months that we were all sick. So I was a person that would go on Facebook, and I never posted. I was like a Facebook stalker, like 90% of people on Facebook. I would even like type, you know, like I'd like go to comment. I'd be like, do. And then I'd be like, that sounds silly. Like, they don't care about that, you know, and I would delete the whole thing and not post it. I did not have a smartphone. I had a little track phone for emergencies that I put money on every 90 days. It was like this big with just the numbers on the front. I had never taken a selfie. I didn't know what a Facebook group was. I had 100 Facebook friends. So I actually didn't know what I was getting into. Maybe it was good, but I literally knew like nobody. I didn't talk to anybody. I didn't have a network. I built it, and it's actually not that hard to build a network these days because everybody has some kind of a social media outlet. So, you know, depending on your there's Twitter, there's Instagram. Like, if you're not a Facebook person, there's probably something out there for you. Snapchat. Do you have to do that? No. If you have, you know, can put together an email list of people or whatever, but and ask other people to let people know you're doing it. That's another way to do it. But I built most of my business through social media because I can do that from home, and it's quick. It's the quickest way to reach a ton of people right from my house. So what does it cost to be a coach? You have 2 options. You can either pay $40 to start your business. Yes, I said that right. $39.95. So where can you start a business for $39.95? Right? I don't know if there's anywhere. Maybe there probably is, but a lot of companies even have you, like companies like this, buy in. You got to buy a lot of products. You know, you got to really take a financial hit, and then you got to move that product. We don't do that. We have everyone orders right from our website. So as things come in, as orders come in, the company deals with the shipping, the return, the whole thing. They even keep track of it for you, all of your customers, all of their orders, all of your orders, all of your pay. It's all tracked for you. So you can either start with $39.95 a month, or I suggest a challenge pack. So in the challenge pack, our challenge packs are basically discounted packs of a program plus Shakeology. And that's going to get you to be able to do step number 1, which is be proof the product works. Use the product yourself and see for yourself how awesome it is, and get that fire that you want to help other people with the product. Monthly, you pay $15.95 for your coach membership. So that includes your website, tracking all of your, keeping track of all of your customers, your sales, your commissions, your coaches, your personal purchases. Everything is there for you. You have your own coach online office. And you are not locked in for any certain amount of months. So if you signed up today, let's do tomorrow because I like the number 1, April 1st. You sign up tomorrow, excuse me, then you're not charged the $15.95 till May 1st. So you could buy a challenge pack tomorrow, hit day 20 and say, this wasn't for me. You have 30 days to return it, cancel your membership, you're out nothing. You get all your money back. Or you do it and you say, I'm going to keep all the stuff because I like it, but the coaching thing is not for me. You cancel it before the 1st, you don't even pay that $15.95. Say you pay the $15.95 on May 1st, and now by May 15th you decide, no, it's not. I don't want to be I don't want to be a coach. You can cancel it. That's it. You don't pay in June. You don't pay in July. There's no penalty. I know this sounds too good to be true, but it is. It's really no risk, no financial risk to you. And we take care of our military because they take care of us. So the military gets their coach membership for free. If you're active duty or a vet, you get it for free. If your spouse, to get it for free as a spouse, your spouse has to be active duty. So if your spouse is a vet, then you do not get that benefit. So what's the commitment? We don't have sales quotas. You can cancel anytime. Starting the day you sign up, no questions asked, no fees or penalties. And you can use the membership for whatever you choose. So you can just get the discount. If you're drinking Shakeology, paying that $15.95 with the discount, you still save about $20 a month on your Shakeology than had you been ordering as a customer. You can do it as a hobby to keep you accountable for your fitness journey, your motivation, your extra cash, pay off debt, build that savings account, supplement your income, build a full-time income, build a 6 or 7 figure income. So the sky's the limit and you determine what you want to do with it. So what if you put, your doubt to the side where you're not ready, you're not good enough, your life isn't together. My life wasn't either. Remember I talked about that whole month it took me to sign up? That's because I was trying to get my life in order, my stuff together and get organized and, okay, I need a space for my office and I need this. I still don't have any of it. Not gonna lie to you. And I'm making a full-time income. So you don't even need, all that's great, but you don't need it. What you need to do is be proof the product works and go out there and help just one person. That's where you start. You just find one person to help. So what if you did this? What if you did this and just you got healthier? Then what if you did it and you helped one person get healthier? Maybe your mom, maybe your dad, maybe your brother, maybe your best friend. How would that feel? How would that feel if one person finally reached their health goal, finally was healthy, and it was because of you? What if you totally committed and a year from now had a residual income built that you could rely on? You could rely on $100 a week, $200 a week, $500 a week. How would that change your life? What if in 2 years you were making a full-time income from helping people and helping yourself at the same time? What if in 2 to 5 you're making a 6-figure income? How would that change your life? How would that feel? What if you sign up and decide it's not for you? No biggie, right? I just told you can cancel. It's not a big deal. Really didn't lose much. What if you decide it's a great hobby but nothing else? That's good too, right? What if you find this to be your answer to paying off your student loan debt, for example, your credit card debt, or taking your family on that vacation before everybody's too old and doesn't want to go? That's kind of the thing we got going on here. Or just don't have to live paycheck to paycheck anymore. Can go out to dinner because you feel like it, because you don't feel like cooking and you want to go out to dinner and you don't want to worry about it. What if you stop worrying about all the what ifs and just give it a try to see for yourself if it's for you? So I like this little guy, this little picture here. So, we wait for the right time. We do this with everything. And I'm going to tell you this, there's never going to be a right time for this. It's like having, if you've had a baby, you know what I'm talking about. Like, it's never the right time to have a baby. Never. Even if you think you set it up, then the baby comes and you're like, oh, this was not the right time, right? So, to buy a house, to make any kind of decision, this is not as big of a decision. This is not committing to like having a baby, or even buying a house. But, there's really nothing to lose here. And the door is right in front of you. And I really encourage you to just open it and see for yourself. So if you're here tonight, the chances that you already have that in you, in your heart, and you already feel a little call to it, and there's a reason that you're sitting here tonight. So before you get off the call and sleep and wake up and talk yourself out of it about why you can't, why it's not a good time, I would say my advice, just do it. So I like this, this guy's going home and he's that close to the diamonds. I think this guy's going to get them. Like, he looks pretty determined right there. He's like, he doesn't care. He's got his tie. Oh yeah, they both have their tie on. Yeah. So you never know how close you are. And I can tell you if you're on this call, you're close. That's all I can tell you. If you told me that this is what I would be doing, I really thought that I had accepted my fate in a way, like, okay, I'm just going to be a teacher until I retire, and then I'm going to be retired and live on whatever my pension is until I die. And that's good. That's good enough for me. And that is good enough. It really is. But this is just such a phenomenal community. Just the community itself and the support and the family that we have on our team is something to not let pass you by. So, okay. Oh yeah. So I like my little last thing there. So this is an opportunity for you to be an ordinary person doing extraordinary things. And that's really how I feel every day. Some of the things that people have achieved, because all I did was make a very small snowball and pushed it. And it's pretty big right now. It's not, and it just keeps getting bigger. And every time somebody adds to that snowball, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that I took this opportunity and I said yes. And I not only bettered my life, but I bettered my family's life. So I have that time. I have time with my kids. Like, I have time with them together, and I have time with them individually to get to know them, to know them well as individuals, as well as, which gets important as they grow up, especially like we're nearing 11 here. So, you know, I thought that I would never see the Pacific Ocean. I actually was okay with that, which makes me really sad. But that's how small my dream was. And just this January, this is a picture of us. Not only this, what's huge here is I looked out the window and took the picture. Like, so when I went to Nashville in the summer, it was just like on the plane, like, you know, saying my rosary the whole time, like, oh, so many Hail Marys. And here, Colorado, you know, flying over the Rockies, I looked out and I took a picture and I was like, wow, I never thought I would see the Colorado Rockies. And, you know, for my marriage, it's been a really great thing. My husband, I don't worry about him. I don't worry that he's going to have a heart attack. I don't worry that he's going to get cancer from eating a lot of, you know, processed foods. And he's happy. He's energetic. He's a light in our house. It's rekindled a friendship in us that we, you know, that had dwindled a little bit from just being parents, you know, and falling into that role. And this was last January, so we send our kids to a private school, which is very fun to pay for. But last July, I paid for half of it outright with money I made from Beachbody. So that was really big for me, to be able to contribute like that, and, you know, not have sacrificed time for my kids was really, really good feeling. So, okay. So thank you guys. I'm going to check the chat real quick and see if there are any questions. Whoa, you guys were chit-chatting. All right. So excited. I don't see. Did anybody see, like, can anyone signal me if they saw a question? Oh, Angie did. Okay. I can just, you know what I'll do to make it go a little quicker? I'm going to allow you guys to unmute yourselves. So if you have a question, you can unmute yourself. Okay? Anybody? Or if you're feeling a little camera shy, you can just maybe type it again so that it pops up right in the bar.
Looks like everybody's curious about the cycle bonus.
Oh, the cycle bonus. Okay, so the cycle bonus, it's if you want, there's a really good video that explains it well, so I can send it to anyone that wants to watch that. I will talk about it very, very briefly, because if I talk too much, you're going to get confused. But you really start to understand cycle bonus when you make it. And that's where the bulk of when I talk about 6-7 figure income, residual income, that's where it comes from. So each product that we have has a volume point allotment to it. So for example, Shakeology is 90, we call it PV. Okay, so every single product we have has volume attached to it. And when you have 2 legs in your business, and your legs are your team that you're building, your coaches, and then your coaches' coaches, and your coaches' coaches' coaches. So you build your legs, but your coaches build your legs too, as they build their own legs and add to your legs. See, I'm already getting confusing. Every time, once you have a coach on each side, your right and left leg, okay, your foundation is built, you're an Emerald coach. Every time you have 200 in PV on one leg and 100 on the other, this is from anyone's sales on those legs. So it can be from someone you sponsored, anyone on those legs. Every time you have 200 on one and 100 on the other, you get paid. And the pay changes based on how big your team is. We call that your rank, what your rank is. So team cycle bonus is where you make an income even if you didn't sell anything yourself. And it doesn't come out of any of your coaches' pay. So your coaches are getting their team cycle bonus, you're getting yours, and you're not taking anything from them. I think that's really important to understand. Yes, you have to have coaches. Exactly, Angie. You have to be an Emerald coach. Once you're an Emerald coach, you start making team cycle bonus. I'm just going to share this. I'm sorry I spelled Sergeant wrong. Jason told me. And you know what? I was looking through the whole thing today, and it looked weird to me. And I'm like, what is wrong with that word? And I was like, I don't know. Thank you. I'll fix that for the next time. All right, guys. So I'm going to end it up. I want you to just like, so whoever has invited you here, you can, direct your questions to them, get in touch with them about any loose ends, and then how to, go about joining if you'd like to do that. Thank you so much for being here. It really means a lot to me. Now I'm nice and calm, and I can go eat my dinner. Thank goodness for Shakeology, because I drank it before this, so I didn't have an empty stomach, but my house is clean, so that's a bonus. So thank you guys. You're awesome. Have a great night.